right in my nose, broke my nose. I'm rumbling him. I hit him with a power shot, and I remember him saying, "Yeah, I love him."
Yeah.
And started choking me out. His man is at the cell watching, and he was like, basically, he had enough, champ, leave me alone. And I dry snitched because I didn't know about jail mentality. I came out, my joint is leaking.
Yeah. They see that, and then
so
it's a
they
whole
locked
thing.
them up.
Yep.
Everybody on the block was already cool with old head.
Yep.
Now everybody on the block got animosity towards me.
you.
I didn't know though. To me, I'm just disoriented.
Yeah, you didn't know. You're not supposed to
cell.
come out the cell. Stay in the cell until you heal up.
Yeah, so I learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
And one fell swoop. If someone's in your face, you swing first.
Yes.
You don't talk about another man to somebody else because other people try to get brownie points.
Yes.
And you don't dry snitch. So a lot of lessons I learned, unfortunately, as a young boy, was in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? That case got thrown out because after 13 months, like enough time elapsed where they didn't take me to court, so they threw it out. So I learned my lesson. I came home. I started going to community college. I was turning my life around, and one day my mom said, "Yo, you got a mail at the house." I opened it up. It said, "United States, something. Basically, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is reopening your case. Appeared before the judge, Honorable Willis Barron's chambers, and such and such." I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that. I beat it. Like, why are they doing this?"
What were they reopening?
The case, because it's called non pro se. They never actually prosecuted me. They just threw it out because of a time situation.
What case was it? The carjacking?
The carjacking? Yeah.
Okay.
That was the only case I had.
Yeah, so they just didn't. So what was it? They took too long to take you to court?
Yeah, you know how they have that 6 months, Rule 1100, they'll let you go.
Yep.
Then the other one is, long story short, the judge, when I was sitting again, the judge, I had like 18 months in, and the judge told the DA, "Listen, the next time they don't come, you wasting the court's time, you wasting this man's time. It's going to be thrown out without prejudice."
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So that Friday,
they can reopen it.
Yeah, so
if they throw it out with prejudice, they can't reopen it.
So that Monday, but this is when I'm already back in there.
Yeah.
That Friday, Monday was court. Friday, I had a guy come up and talk to me. It's just me and him in there, and he said, "Look, we got a deal for you. Give you 2.5 to 5, followed by 4 years probation. You'll basically go upstate, you get a number,
and come home. Yeah,
you come home, you'll have your whole life ahead of you. You see all these charges, you're facing 100 years. And I'm like, the light in my mind went on, and I said, "Okay, I got it. Look, the judge said if they don't come, then they're gonna throw it out. But if they do come, I'll take the deal." And the guy looks back like this, puts his glasses down like this, and he says, "It don't work like that." He said, "When I leave this room, the deal's off the table."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, can I make a phone call or something to talk to my family, confide in somebody?" Like, look,
they don't want that.
Nothing. So I ended up taking the deal. I ended up doing that whole 5 years. Came home. The 4 years probation, I walked 3 off, and on the 4th year, I got a new charge. That same judge turned my 1.5 to 3 to a 2.5 to 5. So the majority of my time that I've done is still based off that one case. Initially, when I was a young boy, that I learned my lesson. I got out. I was going to college, but they reopened it against me. And now I got 14 years of my adult life incarcerated.
What prisons were you at?
I was at so my first sentence, I went to Somerset, got into a rumble, got stabbed, boy put a separation on me, and so they sent me to Greensburg. I maxed out my time there. The second sentence, I went to retreat, and then I went to do what's the program, the 6-month TC program.
What year were you in retreat?
I was in retreat, I want to say in 2010, 2011, and then they sent me to Chester. I did my 6-month. Oh, and on my green sheet was I had to complete TC to get released.
Yep.
So when I was in TC, I got a month in, and they called me into the office, and they said, "Listen, you're a leader. You got a lot of qualities about you. You're not just gonna sit in here and waste your talent.
Yeah, and
we want you to become the TC leader,
the head group leader."
And I said, "Wait a minute. Somebody's gonna call me a cop.
Yeah.
When I try to rile them down.
Yeah.
I say quiet down.
Yeah. You try to hold them accountable.
And I'm gonna have to smash somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it." So they said, "Well, you can go get yourself right now, and you getting pack up, and you getting moved to another block." But you know, I rethought it because I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
And you know, I asked the Lord to give me some insight, give me some wisdom on how to do this, how to be a leader. I read the textbooks, and I just tried to like inject some humor, some personality into it, and I actually did pretty well. I did the 5 months, and I actually was able to like go to the group and tell them to like, instead of the repetitive things, sometimes they gave back. Look, if the guys like do well, give us something back. Because
I was a head group leader also.
There you go.
Twice, 2 different sentences. So I knew there you have to be. It's a very fine line, but it can be done. You know, where you just tell them, look, you want to hear my mouth, or you want to hear the counselor's mouth, or the CO's paperwork.
That's right.
What you want? You can tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to hear my mouth, if you don't want to hear my mouth, and you want to hear the counselor or the CO, then keep on doing what you're doing, and then they're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell them. They're gonna find out, because you know there's niggas waiting in line to tell them here.
That's right.
So I said, you know, you can hear my mouth, and we can just leave it at that, or you can keep on doing whatever you're doing that you're not supposed to be doing, and you know, then you're gonna have to hear their mouth. You know?
Yeah, but like as you know, skills are transferable. So the same way, like when you was out here on the street,
100%.
You was a leader,
100%.
people respected you, the way you conducted yourself, you could transfer those same skills.
100%.
Into
Still to this day,
that's right.
I transfer stuff that I've learned and acquired in the streets. I transfer it to business. I transfer it to my family. It's all transferable.
That's right. It's like
what book you reading there, brother?
It's called Naked Lunch.
Let me see. Let me see the cover. What's it about?
You want me to read you? It says Naked Lunch is one of the most important novels of the 20th century, a book that redefined literature. A startling tale of a narcotics addict unmoored in New York. Known as Inner Zone, its formal innovation, taboo subject matter, and virtuoso style have exerted a significant influence on authors like Thomas Pynchon, G. Ballard, William Gibson, and Will Self. It's one on music, film, and media in general. Anyway, it's basically about an addict in New York City going wilding out, and just it's like kind of like has like cultural influences at the time. So you know, it's like a pretty good book, man. It's just like if I would describe it, it's like if you ever saw the movie Panic at Needle Park. I don't know if it's a good thing to be reading it as I'm currently in my addiction on the street reading this book, but you know what I mean?
You have any questions for me or anything, brother?
I would just say, yeah, I got a question. Like you said you transfer your skills that you have from the street, the things you learn from jail to your family life, right? That's what, so like, one of the things I tell people all the time is like, that prison time, because I heard you say you did 17 years, that what you call I can't think of the word I'm thinking of right now, but that them 17 years gave you a experience where a lot of people that never went through that, they wouldn't know how to apply that to life. You know what I mean?
And I know what you mean. It's, you know, being locked up has taught me patience.
Yeah.
It's taught me humility.
Yeah.
You know, it's taught me to be grateful for having a second chance, because there's plenty of situations that I've been in throughout my life that I'm lucky to be alive, first of all, and I'm lucky that I'm not spending the rest of my life in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
You know, the patience is a huge thing. It's taught me to be grateful for family. You know, because there's plenty of people and good people in those penitentiaries that have absolutely nobody to call family. You know what I'm saying? It's taught me to appreciate loyalty. You know, and you know, there's a lot of lessons that come from struggle.
Does it?
A lot of lessons.
People will never understand, like a grown man, you know, upstate, where you go on a block and you're laughing and joking, because, you know, we call it bitter, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to, you know, bare your soul to everybody.
Exactly.
But when you hit that bunk at nighttime, and you know, maybe you got the slow jams or something.
You're alone by yourself Saturday night in the mountains when they play them slow jams at night from Wilkes University.
Tearing up. Your celly come in like
2 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning, and they playing nothing but slow jams.
Your celly come in the cell like, yo, what you crying? I'm like, come on, man, I'm cutting up a chichi. I got onions in.
Can't be vulnerable, you know. But it's a part of life.
Yeah, I'm telling you though, those years that you did, like you would never want to do them, but it gave you a lot.
I wouldn't be who I am or where I'm at today without that. You know, the struggle, that pressure either bust pipes or make diamonds, and we get to decide what it's going to do. Either we're going to be a bust pipe or we're going to be a diamond. We get to decide that. You know what I'm saying?
I remember.
Because we all got pressure. We all got pressure.
When I first came out, I always said, when I first come out, if you stay that light, right? Amongst the darkness, then like you can shine that light on others. But a lot of times we let that darkness seep in, and then your light starts to ebb lower and lower and lower. So like when I first come out, I'm always like, you know, you got that glow, your head is on right, your mind is right. But if you let this, you know, affect you instead of affecting change, you know, changing around you. You know what I mean?
Our environment, I believe we can either affect our environment or our environment can affect us. If our environment affects us, those of us that come from these types of environments, we're in trouble. Or we can affect our environment. You see what I'm saying? It's just it's one of those things. We just got to choose what we want to do. You know, and it's simple, but it's complicated when we choose to complicate it.
You know what I mean? Thank you, brother.
I thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I thank you. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
My money friend was just
Yeah, 100%. 100% we can do it. We just have to do it. We just have to get out of our way and do it, buddy. There you go. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And be safe and have a great night, all right?
I was speaking to her.
Yeah, I see. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
I told her guys are perverts, man.
Oh, we are. We are. Yep. They learn from us what to accept. You know what I'm saying?
Chastity belts with like 15 locks on there. Frank come out with the shotgun.
Yeah, exactly. They are good, so we're doing something right. Yeah, no.